Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
What?
Let's party.
The world's largest Honda store meets the world's largest automotive creators. With over 1.5 million followers on TikTok alone, their content gets tens of millions of views every day. For the first time ever, they sit down together in one place and reveal how they got their start, why they hit post for the first time, and the unforgettable memories behind their first viral videos. But what's it like when these digital powerhouses meet in person to create content together? We've got all the inside details. Buckle up and get ready for another unforgettable ride on the Driving Relationships podcast.
3, 2, 1.
Quiet on the set. Pick 73.
All right, guys. So this is pretty special. So this probably, we're at the world's largest Honda store grand opening, and we have probably the world's largest gathering of car social media. What do you call yourselves? Creators, right, in the world. So what's it like to meet each other in person?
Tommy's taller than I thought. Javon's about the same height, and Goat's a little better looking than I thought.
A little?
You're the Avengers of car sales. Is that what you guys call yourselves today?
Yeah, I'm Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
For real.
Paul dibs quick on that one.
Yeah. So I would love to hear from each of you just how you got started. What was that one? What was the moment why you got started, and what was that one big viral video you had where you're like, whoa, I got to keep doing this?
I'll go first. I started because I was. You pointed at me. I got started on TikTok because I was bored during COVID, and we were selling a good bit of cars, but it was just a weird time, and that's where I got started. And I actually started with car sales advice, which was cool, but I didn't get a lot of views. There's only so many car salesmen in the world, so it's like how many people are going to watch that?
Yeah.
Then I made a video I'll never forget. When the customer knows more than the salesman. And it did 1 million views in an hour, and it just went crazy viral. I didn't even want to post it. I thought it was cringy. I've never acted before. I never made a funny video before. And my brother wanted to make it with me, so we made it. Really hesitated posting it, and I posted it, and then it clicked. Wow, there's a lot of customers out there, not a whole lot of car salesmen. I got to make video that appeal to both, which is that video did.
Yeah.
And I've tried to model my content after that videos that just help everybody.
Yeah.
And, are funny and educating.
Do you remember how many views that video got?
I'll have to double check. Probably across everything, 3.5 million.
Wow. That's a good first one.
That's awesome.
Way to go, Ross. Way to start off.
Nice.
Yeah. You gotta go back and ask the creator fund for a refund on that one.
Yeah.
You gotta get paid on that one. Let's retro it.
That was prior to the creator funds.
Yeah.
Right?
So who wants to follow 3.5 million?
Yeah. I'll go next. So, moved out to Dallas, Texas from St. Louis. I dabbled in content before car sales, so I kind of knew how to get into it.
How many followers did your page have? I've seen that page. You had a huge page.
And what were you doing content for?
You seen the page.
See, no one knows Javon has a page with more followers than everyone combined.
Really?
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Dropping bombs on podcasts.
Yeah, that's a bomb. That is a bomb.
Hot take.
Nobody knew that. But
I do my research.
Yeah. So
I did my homework.
I did content before, so I just kind of did it for cars.
Okay.
We made a skit, and it blew up. It didn't hit 3 mil. It hit 1.5. Yeah. And the crazy thing, shout out my cameraman Bellamy. We call him Bells. He's hilarious too. I can't make the content without him. We said we're going to go viral. Let's just go viral today. And he was like, all right, let's do it. We tell the manager, hey, you want to be in our video? We're going viral. He was like, nah, we're not getting in there. We're not doing it. We shoot the video, goes viral. We was like, remember that video we told you?
What was the video?
It was when you had that one type of customer at the dealership, and he was just haggling me, and then at the end of the video, I act like I was going to punch him in the face, but I didn't. And it just went viral.
What's crazy is you set out to go viral. Because what I've always heard from other creators is you never know when you're going to go viral.
Right.
He Russ said he's bored.
And that was the complete opposite of mine.
He's
where I was
pointing
this
to left field, and
And
then
it's never the ones that you think. It's never the ones that you think.
So what's the other guy thinking now that wasn't in the video?
He's not there anymore, but we
Yeah,
always
that's right. He's not. Get out.
Yeah, but we always poke fun of him about it, and he's like, "What you're doing is pretty cool." So he always gives us props. You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Could
for
you
sure.
imagine? I'm going to go viral today. No, you're not. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I'd say the same thing.
Yeah,
I'd say the
it
same
literally
thing.
went kind of similar to that, and
That's crazy.
here we are.
And what platform was that? TikTok?
TikTok.
Nice.
TikTok is the bread and butter.
And what year for both you guys? What year was this?
I started in probably early 21, I would have to guess.
Okay.
I want to say 22.
Okay.
I went
And
viral
then
probably end of 21, winter of 21.
Javon, when did you sell your first car? Because you said you were in content before that. So
Yeah.
you just got in sales? Really? Not too long ago? Or?
Yeah, a year before that. So I would say I
geez.
sold it in my first car in 2021.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I did a full year in St. Louis, moved out to Dallas, built my brand out there in car sales.
Are you from Missouri originally?
Yep.
Me too. I'm from Kansas City.
Okay. Next guy.
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay. We would have said this 5 years ago, but
Right.
Alex Smith fan.
All right, so GOAT for real.
Yeah. So, I mean, I started making content. I'm here. I fell in love with TikTok first time I started scrolling,
Yeah.
Like, I'm scrolling, and I just love watching the creativity of, like, just normal people. A dude that you see walking down the street that you would never think. Like, he's making content, and he's funny. You know what I mean? And that just really intrigued me.
So
and
cool.
then, I was like, okay, I'm going to start posting car stuff. And it didn't really do much in the beginning, like my first couple videos. And then it dawned on me that, there's this thing about the car business where everybody thinks that, like, there's this curtain with a wizard behind it, and there's, like, all this stuff going on.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really want to show that we're just, like, normal, everyday dudes, trying to feed families and raise kids and do all that stuff. We just happen to love the automotive industry, and I wanted people to see the behind the scenes of it. So kind of my niche was I just put the camera up at the sales tower. I'm running the sales tower, the store that I was working at, and I just started recording, like behind the scenes, me working deals, getting people approved, taking TOs with customers. Yeah. And the first one that went viral for me actually was, if you watch me at all, I can be a little crass, a little sarcastic.
Yeah,
I can be a
call
little
it
bit. I can be a little.
His sister just walked by with the biggest smile I've ever seen. As she came up here with that.
Where's I'm terrified? I'm terrified of her. Hold on. That's my little So, but so I can be a little rough. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this young kid that worked for me, Kyle. His name was Kyle. So I'm recording at this time, and he comes up and, of all things to ask a Gen Xer, a Gen X boss, he needs vacation time.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean? Now, me in the car business, dude, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? The
You get
old
Christmas
school.
Day, right?
Yeah, dude. Like, we're going to let you
should be
leave
good.
and go home
You get a
tonight.
half day on Christmas.
Your time off is you get to go home tonight.
After you
Like,
just hit in.
So anyway, so long story short, he asked me about some vacation time, and I absolutely fillet this kid.
On video.
On video.
Oh, really?
I'm recording.
Did you remember you were recording?
I never. It doesn't matter. I made a decision. Like, when I record, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, I
it
love that.
makes me look bad, mean, ugly, whatever it is. And so I fillet this kid about,
That's hilarious.
And so I posted it, you know what I mean? And I got absolutely shredded. I mean, it went viral. It was my first viral video, but it was all hate. I mean, it was all hate.
It was
My
HR
sister-
companies, attorneys.
Like, my sister is sitting over there. I remember, like, I would be texting her. She'd be texting me, like, some of the comments that came through. I was like, oh, my God, what is happening? Like, I literally felt like, like one of the most, like, everybody hated me. But I was like, whatever, went viral. You know what I mean? So
crazy.
But that was the first one for me, was kind of me being a little bit, I would say, less than HR friendly.
Yeah.
And that was the first one for me.
Did anyone at your work, like higher up, say anything about it, or they didn't?
No, I own the dealership, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was fine. I'm part owner. I was a minority owner of the
Did
dealership.
the HR department say something?
Yeah, I fired them. Yeah. No,
It was
I'm just
HR.
kidding. Yeah.
And you recorded firing.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're bringing it
yeah.
into HR department.
Yeah, so, but that was it for me, man. And then just, I stuck with the behind the scenes thing, because people really seem to enjoy knowing what really is going on. Like, when you come up to me with a deal, what's happening? You know what I mean? What really happened?
That's a good point.
And stuff like that. And people seem to take to it, so just stuck with it.
So we got like some salesmen, and I feel like we have a customer here. Really, right? I mean, so
Broker.
Tommy, give me a little of your background, because I'm curious. Have you, don't take this the wrong way, have you ever sold a car before? Like, on a car lot?
Yeah, he set the world record.
Well, no, I mean...
World record, 60 cars in a week.
Let's go.
So I feel like the odd man out in like two different ways, not only because of who I am, but also my story. I was in car sales for just under a decade. I did 2 years on the floor, and then I did 6 years in finance.
Okay.
So
Wow.
did that, and then I left I left January of 2023.
Wow.
Is when I left to
So
start the
when
business.
you left, you just left to start the business?
Yeah. So
Wow.
I actually had my best financial year in 2023, which most people, or 2022, which most people did. It was the end of COVID.
Yeah.
And I was rocking, and I'll never forget the day. I had 7 people come in a row. I was in finance, all finance deals, all with leg in the deal. All 7 of them said no, and all 7 of them talked about how much they hate buying a car and how much they hate this process. And it just kind of clicked. It was New Year's resolutions time, and I'm like, dude, we need to make this better. Like, do I want to spend the rest of my life telling my kids that I was really good at and probably a GM and a manager, made a lot of money, called it a day, or did I want to reinvent an industry? And I decided I want to reinvent an industry and created Delivered, and that was a year ago.
But you don't work in that industry.
But I'm trying to recreate it.
Okay. He's friendly.
That's kind of like,
Wow.
Back to the original question.
Sorry.
So we were friends.
Down, Russell.
That's your favorite creator right there.
Told you we were going.
The fun's just beginning. The fun's just
Russ
beginning.
is not in my top five.
How much money he's cost us all?
All right, time out.
Tommy loves to glaze me.
So what's the first video then, Tommy, that you posted?
Yeah.
And then what's the first one that went viral?
Yeah.
Well, first viral was Delivered, because I saw you do your live the other day where you're going through all your sales videos.
Oh yeah. So I did content before as a car salesman. If you go into the dark webs, you'll find that really quick.
Dark web.
Some people were trying to reveal it to the world, so I just showed it on live. It's just embarrassing.
Yeah.
But if you want to go find it, it's still on the company page. But my first viral video was actually was not as crazy as you guys. You guys had millions of views. I remember mine was 50,000 views in like 2 days.
Still respectable.
But I remember I was posting 3 videos a day for 90 days. And it was actually funny. I started the business. I was rolling through it.
Whoa.
3 a day, every day, 90 days. And I was on day 76. And I had talked to my brother, which is my business partner. I said, dude, I don't think this is going to work. Like, we're not going to make it. We're not going to figure this out.
Yeah.
And Juliana needed a car, my girlfriend. And I said, okay. I negotiated her deal and actually did it a little bit different. I always get things in writing. That's what you do. But I'm like, I'm going to be there. So, like, I can handle this. So I actually went to the dealership, and they changed everything over the phone from what I went to. And it was just me ranting about that situation. Like, I can't believe we did this dealership. Any dealership that's not willing to give writing over the phone doesn't need to exist. Like, I just went off. I was so mad. And that video just blew up. My page got like 8,000 followers, which was kind of a big deal for me because I think I was only like 1,000.
For sure.
But yeah, 50,000 was my first one. That I'll never forget that moment. And it inspired the business. I got a few customers. I think I got like 3 customers out of it. And I'm like, okay, I can survive. And then momentum went.
Nice.
Like,
That's awesome.
That'd be the question I'd ask you guys is like, for obviously Russ at 3.5 million, you go, okay, this is going to work. But like, at what point did you guys start looking at this and going, this is my career? And not just what you're doing in your business, but like social media is now the career.
Yeah, I'll take.
I feel like he just excluded me out of that
Well,
question.
if that's like hitting the lottery, like
Other than Russell.
you
Yeah.
become rich. How do you know you're rich? I scratch the Powerball and hit all the numbers, right?
Yeah.
Like 3.5 million, you go, that's a monster one, right? But like for 50,000, for the people out there listening, and they go,
Yeah.
I want to do social media. Like we just were live outside watching some of the stuff behind the scenes, right?
Yeah.
And the number of people that made comments were like, how do I make this? How do I grow my page? How do I do this daily?
You sign up for my social media training
Oh my god. Okay.
with my manager John over there.
John, you want to come in now? This is the morning.
Yeah.
Get your little.
We'll tag John below underneath for email and LinkedIn posts.
I'll take this one if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, please do.
So for me, I would say this: if somebody's starting out and now, hey, is this worth it or whatever? So for me, if I ever went viral or not, or got 200,000 followers or not, it wouldn't matter. For me, as a car guy, I wanted to accomplish informing the public about our industry and that it's actually a very not just a fun industry, but it's not what people think it is. So my goal was I want to show people behind the scenes. It wasn't about going viral. It was just if I can educate a couple people on the car business, for me, that was cool. It was really more about like the education side for me. So if somebody's starting out, if you make a video and it only gets, I don't know, like Tommy views. No, I'm just kidding. But if it only gets a certain amount of views, still you're talking about 50,000 people that you've affected. And if that's not exciting, I mean, if that's not exciting, for me that's exciting. Like, okay, 50,000 people, maybe information that I've learned over 25 years in the business helps somebody save money, buy a car better.
Yeah.
Dude, that's worth it. I mean, that's where you have to be doing it for the right reasons because it's work. Make no bones about it. You can ask these guys. It's another job.
Yeah.
So you have to be vested in really having the right motives to do it, in my opinion.
And when I really realized it was another job is when I was on the creator program. Maybe that was in September of 23 is when TikTok rolled out like a new pay plan. Really excited, like make a ton of money off TikTok, life-changing money. And that September goes through and I'm like, okay, this is cool. I didn't change how much content I was making. Yeah. But then I remember I went on like an 8-day vacation to San Diego and I was like, I need content to post for that week. It was like I'm not going to make money that week if I don't post that content. Yeah. So me and my brother went to the dealership for the first time on a day off on a Sunday and made like 8 videos. And luckily, almost all those videos I posted while I was away were all bangers and got a lot of views. And I'm like, this is like more lucrative than my job almost. I mean, I'm in San Diego posting a video I made 3 days ago. It took me 10 minutes to make.
Yeah.
And that video just made me decent amount of money. Like this is a job.
Yeah.
And then to his point, doing it for the right reasons. I was definitely extremely selfish at first, like only for the money.
Yeah.
But then a couple times people would reach out to me, call my dealership, tell me, thank me for the advice. And I actually had somebody call me when they were trying to ban TikTok. He was a congressman in PA saying that he was going to actually reference my videos on why TikTok is
That's cool.
educational.
That's awesome.
Because
That's awesome, dude.
I did an educational shift because at the beginning my videos were like off the wall.
Yeah.
And then I did like the whole like empowering buyers.
Breaking
content.
news: Russ flips whiffs save TikTok.
Yep. And I think he's going to cure world hunger too. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
So we shot, you guys shot a couple of videos already that you're going to post. So what was it like working with each other? And I'm going to have Russ go last.
Okay.
So what was it like?
For once.
Yeah. My boy Russ, he is a coordinator. Like behind the scenes, watching him work it's like watching art, you know? That's a man at work.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
I liked it. I think everybody has their own unique way. Goat, funny, Tommy, he got in character. I didn't see you ever get in character on your content. So seeing you get in character was amazing. And, you know, working with Russ, we still got to make some more videos, but
Oh yeah, we will.
you know,
content coming
I
for
think
sure.
I think it was amazing. I like it.
What do you think, Goat? Because we did like 2 videos with Russ.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I mean, so you know, for me again, being the elder of the group, as Russ so kindly mentioned in his video the other day, that I'm up in years. No, that was
I might
okay.
have said that.
You're right. You're right.
At least you made the list.
But-
Tommy didn't make the list.
But you know, for me, it's.
Tommy's getting on a plane going home now.
You know, I passed Goat and followers.
Yeah, we can buy followers. I understand.
Oh, shots fired.
No, so, but you know, I mean,
Gonna be on the shorts.
for me, it's like I love watching these young guys. I mean, I'll be totally straight with you. I mean, as you get a little bit up in years, and that's true, you start to see things through a different lens. You know, and like for me, I love working with these young guys. Their creativity, how funny they are, and their view on the industry too. I mean, I have my view of the industry, but to see how these guys view it is super interesting, and it helps me manage people.
Yeah.
Because I get to know how they're thinking about it. You know what I mean? So I look at it like as a training opportunity for me to become a better leader, you know, working with these younger guys. So it's awesome. I'm having a blast with it. I mean, it's fun.
I think it's got to help you too in your business. 'Cause, like, you're so much more relatable, right? To
it's
to the kids that are selling cars for you, right?
Men.
It's
As I was saying.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, it is. It does make you more relatable. So, like, you know, I mean, it's nothing for me to be in my dealership and, you know, some millennial or, you know, Gen Z walk by and be like, oh, my God, that's him. That's a TikTok guy.
Yeah.
You know, they would never know me otherwise. And then, you know, if I have to go over and talk to them or whatever, they know that I'm an honest, transparent person, so they know they're getting a good experience. And that's awesome. That's just, it's great.
Yeah.
So, Tommy, what'd you think?
Yeah, so I've never seen dealership content live because obviously I sit in my mom's basement and do content.
My mom's basement. Dude, is that really your mom's basement?
No, God, no. I pay my mom's salary.
Oh, nice flex.
Yeah, no.
Did you hear it quiet too? He just kind of.
Yeah. But if you're trying to create content, what I've learned very quickly is that whatever level you're putting into it, you need to step it up. Like I've seen Russ today, I've seen Javon, I've seen the effort you guys are all putting into this, and I'm like, holy moly! If I was on a dealership doing this, this is not just picking up your phone and filming some content, which sometimes I know Russ does. He'll do his little thing, but if you're actually making skits, this takes a lot of work, which is awesome. It's fun to see you guys actually in action. But the amount of work, the amount of thought you put into every single camera angle, you think of the wind, you think about everything, it's crazy. I just didn't think about all these things because, again, I just put a tripod on, call it a day. I take 78 takes, and eventually it's the perfect take, and I call it good. But it's really cool to see.
Yeah, I think one of the funniest things about like Russ, the videos I've noticed is like I'll say, "Hey Russ, should I do this video?" "Yeah, man, it's awesome." I was like, "Hey man, would you change anything about the eye?" No. And then you actually do a video with Russ. He's like, "Oh, do this here, move this table here, we got the lighting, we got the wind, like reshoot this." "No, that's not good." So anyway, what'd you think, Russ? Doing a video with some other creators?
I mean, the creators were great. You guys were terrible in the background. I mean, we're trying to film.
this is true.
I'm trying to film,
So
and they're
rude.
just being
So
like
rude.
disrespectful.
That's true.
I
Sorry.
agree.
They were all really good. I can be tough to work with. I get that, but you know, they always say the greatest directors and producers are hard to work with. So,
Hey,
He just call himself the greatest. Or something like,
that boy flex.
I love it.
but there was a point where I felt rude because Goat just couldn't memorize his lines. He's getting a little up there in age, and I had to keep critiquing him on what to say.
You know what? Okay, I got
Tommy
you.
actually
That's where we're at today.
Tommy, for not
Goat's
doing...
gonna go live right here for another viral moment.
He doesn't do
You're
skits.
about to hear the real Goat in a little. We're gonna. Yeah.
Tommy did great for someone who doesn't do skits. Javon did a really good job. There's a
Yeah.
couple times I had to critique him, but he's hilarious. His faces.
Well, Javon was upset the camera wasn't close enough to him.
And that was
that angle was not
and that was
there.
a great critique. I'm open to criticism. Like my little brother, when we film, I get on him a lot.
Yeah.
And then he'll get on me and try to like get a row out of me. And I look him down and I go, "You're absolutely right. Like you are not offending me."
Yeah.
Because I'm like rude to him sometimes. I don't want to say rude, but I'm just really like, and he doesn't understand sometimes. Like, don't say it that way. Say it this way. Why? Because that's how it's in here.
Yeah.
And then sometimes he'll say something to me like, "Nah, don't say it that way. Say it this way," thinking he's gonna get me all worked up. And I'm like, "No, I agree. That's right. Good idea."
Well, but that goes to leadership and management, like inside of a store. And these guys, as you guys come up in the business, certainly you're going to manage staffs and maybe stores and maybe groups someday. You know, when me and Russ were making that video up there, I didn't not remember the lines. I just didn't say them exactly how Russell wanted them said. So that's okay. But what did I say to him at the end? I go, dude, no. Tell me, because this is your jam. Like, you're better at this than I am. So why would I not respect that and say, okay, boss, tell me how to do it. Now, if we were in a car deal, I'd be telling you what to do.
Correct. Even
Right,
outside,
yeah.
even outside, like he was like, wait, Javon forgot one of his lines. Do it over. I'm like, it was going good.
Right.
I felt like it was a good clip.
See, when it doesn't go,
I'm like that.
when the video doesn't go how I see it up here, I just shut. I can't even I just shut down.
Yeah, that's awesome.
like
though.
it.
So
That's
let's talk
awesome.
a little bit, because like I don't want this conversation to scare someone away from posting their first video, right? Like, what would you say to that salesperson out there or manager, whoever it is, that has not hit record yet, but they're like, man, I really should. I want to. I see these guys. I want to try it. What would your advice be?
I didn't get like this until I knew what worked and didn't work.
Before he used to not talk. He was friendly. He was very nice to deal with.
Yeah, and I'll jump on that too, because Russ is me. I'd like to say we're friends.
We're going to a Steeler game.
We are going to Steelers
Very
game.
expensive tickets, might I add.
They're not that expensive.
He didn't get a
You're
deal.
never
on
going
it?
to hear the end of that.
Yeah, they're good. They're club seats. It's fine. So one thing that Russ always says to me when I doubt a video and I send it to him, like, "What do you think?" He said, "Just post it. Just post it. Like, what's the worst that's going to happen? Because even if you post it and it doesn't do well, then you can learn what didn't do well and try to improve, try to figure that out. So when in doubt, post it out."
I would say, here's what you got to remember this. So like I'll have people all the time will say, well, I don't know if it'll get views, or people. I don't care what you do, who you are, what you look like, what ethnicity you are, what job you're in, or what interest you have. There is a group of people out there who will relate, and they are interested in that niche. Now, is it 4 million people in that video, or it doesn't matter, but there is a niche of people out there that are going to be interested in no matter what it is you post and how you look or don't look. So just do it. You just got to reach those people, and the only way you're going to get is to post.
I agree. Post. It don't matter if it goes viral, if it doesn't go viral. I have a nice framework of what I think is going to go viral, and I stick to that. But like, it'll be a video that's just like, this the one. It's going viral. Let's get 10,000 views.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't even. My camera guy, he's like, post this one. And I'm like, all right, I'll post it. We posted, it's 2.5 million. I'm like, what in the world? You know, but we stick to a same structure, so it's like, we're expecting to go viral, but you never know.
Yeah.
You just never know.
So
you
your
gotta
strategy
post.
then is kind of like, okay, in the beginning, let's figure it out, and then as you see what hits, now you're focusing your...
You find your groove. Yeah.
Exactly.
And don't be afraid to like recreate a video the exact same way. Like I did the customer buys a car for their dog. 7.1 million views.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
I did it again.
That's all.
3 million views. You know what I did last week? I did it again.
Yeah.
I will keep doing it.
It's going back to that well, man.
Stops watching it.
Yeah,
I
my
got a
bread and
question,
butter is
though,
Navy
and I
Federal.
think and I'm going to speak for the crew here. I know we all want to know. I got a question I've been dying to ask you.
Yeah.
Dude, what is with the close-ups? And I mean, what made you do that? Dude, that is so fire.
Man.
And obviously people
Can
dig
we
it,
get
but
it on
that's your
camera
thing.
real quick? Look at-
Javon, I would say like,
Get that camera real
look
close.
at that. Dude, what is right? I first saw him.
Always
was like, what
confused.
does that kid
I'm like, this
doing?
is an inside joke that I have to go down the lore of videos to find, and I'm never gonna go into
But
it.
what,
So.
why'd you do that? What made you do it? And
Yeah.
like,
I think it was my camera guy. Shout out to my camera guy, man. I'm telling you, he's younger than me. He's 20 now, and but he was 19 when we started, so he kind of just knows the younger niche a little bit better. I'm not like I'm not young, but I'm 24.
Ooh, man, you're getting old.
They're talking about
I'm getting up there.
24.
I'm getting up there, right?
Man,
Yeah.
But
how
like
do these kids make it?
it was just one video that it hit, and then we were reading the comments like, that angle is crazy. Why is the angle on him like that? So then I get on him like, make sure the angle is like, make sure you're beaming on my forehead. Make sure my forehead is
In the
all the way.
0.5.
You know what I'm saying?
Now that's a question.
You guys talked about like everyone's height and everything, and like I was like, man, Javon's forehead isn't that big.
Yeah.
Looking like LeBron James.
It's not that big. It's not that big.
That's awesome, though.
And so-
Didn't you guys wonder that, though? Like, why is he doing that? And then you just...
And it makes me look, and I like to, because I am short, so I like to portray the short, pesky salesman just looking up.
Oh,
at
yeah,
you.
gotcha.
I would like to mention, Javon has the most viewed video by far. Was it 20 million views?
Holy.
Yeah.
22, 23.
Yeah, do that.
Buying a car at night.
I don't-
See, I do my
yeah.
homework on myself.
Easy.
I never
like
do.
3 is
You've had 2 weeks, that's why.
Like 3 mil.
Is it really?
Yeah. it's not
So
bad.
What you do.
I'm curious
Yeah.
since we brought up the angle. Like Russ loves to FaceTime. If Russ FaceTimes you, are you like this? Or oh no, sorry, I forgot. I'm not doing a video.
I do FaceTime. I have FaceTime pretty much everyone here.
Yeah,
Many
oh
times.
yeah. He faced me yesterday. I'm driving on the way here, and my sister, I go, he's fucking FaceTiming me. Like, he knows I'm driving, you know what I mean? But you can't not answer when Russell FaceTime.
You can't.
You can't.
Honestly, you can't.
Yeah, you can't.
That is a fact. I'll be at work, probably on the phone with a customer, like, Russ calling me.
I got something really important for you back.
Russ
pick up.
You know.
Guys, quick hitters. I want to get this because this is what I think is unique. Every one of you guys come from a little bit of a different area with auto.
Yeah.
Tommy, you're national. Like literally, you watch it delivered for any time, and
Yeah.
you are literally doing deals.
Yeah.
East Coast, West Coast, North, South,
Yeah.
everything. Obviously, Texas area, PA, and then
Ohio.
Ohio, PA.
I like to represent Pittsburgh, not Pennsylvania.
Amen.
Pittsburgh.
Go Steelers.
We'll see, depending on never.
3-0.
Yeah, we'll go.
Steelers.
So here's the question: hot
played
takes.
anybody.
We're gonna go into this, so keep it short, Russ.
Oh, jeez.
Hot takes. Automotive business questions. Where are we going with EVs? Who wants to take it?
Depends who wins in November.
Okay, who wants to take it today?
We're 5 years away from it being great, but until then, it's going to struggle.
Okay. So if you were buying a car right now, EV, hybrid, or internal combustion engine?
Well, it depends how you're buying it. If you're leasing a car, you're going to go EV. If you're actually going to purchase the car, you want to go gas or hybrid. Hybrid's the ideal route. But if you're doing anything with EV and you are not leasing it, you're making the biggest mistake of your life.
I agree.
Anybody feel like we just got a full live and delivered right there?
Like that.
How'd you learn so much about the car industry?
I follow.
Can I give you my credit
Yeah,
card?
let's
Hey,
go.
can I give my credit card right now? How much is your fee? Yeah, no, I think they jumped the gun. I just don't think we're ready for it. For me, it's hybrid.
Yeah.
I was having a conversation with my Uber driver before coming up here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was just like, I think, like you said, we jumped the gun a little bit.
Yeah.
It would be a nice secondary vehicle, but make sure to have a gas.
100%. Yeah. Secondary vehicle, it's great.
You know, but not as your sole only driver.
Like a road trip over here from Cleveland or Pittsburgh, like you're not gonna make it.
Yeah,
Right? Or it's
yeah.
gonna take you twice
Hybrid's
as
the
long,
way to
right?
go.
Yeah. Hybrids are great.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk inventory supply. So you got it on two different sides of the spectrum. You got dealers that are still searching for inventory, and then others that are dying of inventory. What are we doing? How do we fix this in automotive? Because this is going to be a problem moving forward. Because we can't have anything nice in automotive world. So once we find something like no inventory and quick day supplies and turns, we're going to figure out a way to screw it up, being the auto business. So, what do you guys see in that? What's the future? How do we obviously move forward?
You got to get out of the COVID mindset. Take any deal possible. If somebody actually wants to buy a car from you and you can make that deal, make the deal, get the trade. Doesn't matter how much money you're making. Some dealers are just
Inventory management is a mindset. It's take them all big and small, make every single deal, turn and burn. The gross is going to come. You know, if you have talented people at the sales desk and the finance office on the sales floor, whatever it is,
For sure.
the gross is going to come. You take every single deal that's got any light in it whatsoever and get another car. You know, because here's what I was taught a long time ago. I can replace the car. I can't replace the customer.
Yeah.
So
point. Yeah, and Jesus, look right at me. So
you don't
I will
work at a
say
car
that
dealership. What would you know?
So these cars.
I will
are
say
things
this
that-
advice these two people gave. If you work at Toyota, you need to take this and understand it. There are certain Toyota dealerships that understand inventory is starting to pick up, but a lot of dealerships, CDJR, Lincoln, Ford.
Terrible.
Actually, no, John, where you?
Dallas lease returns actually. Only leases.
Okay.
Only
Sells
lease
them all.
return vehicles.
See, I know, that was
I
like,
got everything.
but there's plenty of
Yeah.
brands that are increased in inventory already dealing with the
Yeah,
problem,
yeah,
but there's
super
certain brands that are still living in the COVID mindset. And I'm using Honda, Toyota, and Lincoln, Toyota, Lincoln, or Toyota, Honda. Why do I keep saying Lincoln? And Lexus. All of those people, like 80% of the country is still living in COVID mindset where, oh, you're asking for a discount? No, we're charging $5K of markup. Have fun. We have 100 of these on the lot. They're all going to sell. I mean, there's dealerships in California that have 100 RAV4 XSEs sitting on their lot or on their way, and they're like, we'll sell them for $5K markup because somebody will buy them.
Yeah.
And they're going to run into this issue where they're going to have so much inventory and nobody buying them. So start selling your inventory. You don't have to give them away. You don't have to go 2K back of invoice, but you need to start taking deals where they're at because they're going to come far and few between.
So I got a quick question for Tommy. Everyone's loving these top 5 lists, top 3 lists. Top 3 hardest cars to work a deal on right now.
Good list. Good list.
Okay, that's a good question. So this is actually GX 550. If you get MSRP, that's considered a great deal.
Okay.
That's a great truck.
Yeah, GX 550 is great, but the interior is rough. You just go for a Land Cruiser, save yourself some money. What's the next one here?
Wow, big shout out from the Toyota dealer over here. I like that.
Right. I will say, because I'm going to give Toyota RAV4 Hybrid XSE with advanced tech. Inventory has just gotten really short on them. A lot of dealerships are charging out a markup, and it's one of the most popular Toyotas in the world. So because of that,
car.
it's a great looking
It's a
car.
hybrid
Has
SUV.
great tech, but a lot of dealerships are charging crazy markup on them. And then the third one, and you have to go like a 911 or something that you have to get an allocation for. I mean, I feel like that's like
Someone was telling me about a Lincoln Navigator being really hard, world's nicest SUV.
They are the world's nicest luxury SUV that money can buy. Come see me.
The new
I'll make it
redesign
an
is
easy
nice.
buy.
Yeah.
The new redesign is sharp. I
Yeah,
saw
the new
that.
redesign is sharp, but yeah. I mean, you can go Escalade too. Escalades can be difficult. Escalade ESVV is one of my toughest deals. I got 148 dealerships. Raptor R. I mean,
Wow.
those are
Yeah,
honorable
48
mentions.
dealerships.
Both are.
Yeah.
Those. I mean, you're going to pay 20K markup on a Raptor R right now.
Ooh, even you delivered?
My best is 10K markup. But
Well, here, guys, here's the last hot take because I think this is a great one. Where's the next wave in automotive? Right now, it feels like social and AI are kind of the two, right? Where do you guys see it? Because, again, you're getting so much data in with your social media from comments and everything. Where do you see the next wave going?
I mean, and we're still in it. It's social media AI, like you said. You can't really jump the gun too heavy because it's still evolving. Like, I just got an AI software that allows me to put all my cars on Facebook Marketplace with like 3 clicks.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So like, I'm loading up my Facebook Marketplace,
Nice.
and I don't have to go out and take pictures or anything like that. So
huge.
it's still advancing, and then social media, we're still getting deals off social. So who knows what's the next thing? But I just bought some Meta AI glasses.
Yeah, those are cool.
So
Those are
like,
cool.
you know,
Yeah.
that's where we're at right now.
He just wanted to be
that's
the
my
glasses
tech.
group.
Yeah.
That's all. He just
I
wanted to be
did.
the
I
glasses.
did. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I see it going in 2 different ways. I think you're going to have large conglomerates that are just going to sell the car cheaper than everybody else. Then you're going to have family-owned operations that are going to give a better experience than everyone else. And there's really going to be no middle ground. And I think the dealerships that provide the best experience are going to win out when it comes to the Highline cars, and when it comes to who can sell it the cheapest will be for the volume dealerships. And that's just what it's going to be. I think your luxury buyer is going to want that experience, and people who are buying, Toyota Camry probably don't care too much about the experience. That's a very price-focused customer. But a person who's buying a Navigator probably wants a really good experience. Price focused, sure, a little bit, but they're way more concerned about the effortless experience and not just getting the dirt cheapest price.
Yeah, I think from an advertising, looking at it through the advertising lens, I think we are getting very close, and I predicted this years ago, and I think we're getting very close to it now, where you're going to see more and more dealers have the bravery, I guess, to cut off your third-party advertisers.
Yeah.
You're going to see Auto Trader is going to be a thing of the past someday. Cars.com is going to be a thing of the past. So is Car Gurus.
Yeah.
Everything is going to be social. Drive to your own website. Because if you think about it as a dealer, one of your biggest expenses, you got sales comp and you got advertising, right?
Yeah.
If you ever looked over a statement, those are the two things that can change your life. They can change your month. So you're going to see more and more dealers stop paying these sites $10,000 a month to be listed on a site with 3 million other cars, and the only way you get noticed is a race to the bottom, have the lowest price, right?
Yeah,
and that affects your growth. So you're going to see more and more dealers take the turn of, forget giving them $50,000 a month. I'm going to blow it all on social and SEO, PPC, and you'll be able to actually think. If you think about it, your profitability will actually go up because you have a captive guy on your website, not Auto Trader comparing prices. So I think 100%, and that's more like a referral too. Social's a referral.
Yeah.
If I watch him, I watch 10 videos, I decide I like him. That's as good as somebody referring him to me.
Right.
And we all know a referral is the lowest funnel lead in the dealership, isn't it?
Yeah.
Highest closing ratio, highest gross.
Yeah.
So that's where I think it's headed.
And I think the thing with the content, I meet Javon for the first time, is I felt like I knew him because I watched his videos,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So to your point,
Yeah.
you can walk in and be like, oh, I want to do a deal with him. I want to do a deal with Russ.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like I know them because I watch their content.
I felt the same way when I met Dealer Plate Guy.
I know, right? Isn't that crazy?
Who is that?
I just started
Like,
posting.
I just went live. He had like 6 people.
Yeah.
He
He
started
was like, hey, let's
like
talk to my
2
viewers. I was like,
weeks
there's
ago.
one viewer here. What do we
I know,
do?
right? It's like, give me a minute.
I got a video over 800,000 right now.
Tommy, I want to hear from you. Where do you think it's going? I think
well,
you got a very
really?
unique stance in this.
Yeah, so obviously I think the entire public is going to go to car negotiation companies like Delivered, and they're going to buy
All right,
their
hey
cars.
guys, that
All
wraps.
right, that's all right. So, podcast.
Yeah.
Appreciate everybody.
If you're- but no, like I said, I think social media is going to be huge. I think the advertising budgets that our dealership groups are still spending are insane, and they're still spending them on radio. They're still spending on TV.
Crazy.
And just being a business owner myself, I remember I put money into ads. I put $300 into ads. I didn't have a single person click on my website. Now I do social media, and the return is insane. So I think more and more dealerships are going to figure this out, do what Warman's doing, start making social media, and embrace it. I think Benz and Bowtie and their dealership, what they're doing is something amazing.
shout
They
out
have an
Doug.
entire shout out to Doug. I mean, so many people are going to Mercedes, and they're making life easy. When you go buy a car from them, life is easy. They make it simple, and it's like buying a car from somebody from social media. So I think more dealerships are going to do that.
So I got one question again for you, Tommy, and then I kind of want to open it up to you guys for just a few minutes to ask each other any questions that you might have for each other, right? Because like an opportunity for you to meet for the first time and all that. So, Tommy, I feel like your business exists kind of because dealers have failed customers in a way, right? So like, what advice would you give to dealers in terms of that experience that Russ was talking about?
Yeah, I think the most important thing, a lot of people like to harp on me because I say give away the car, just nobody can survive selling cars, $2K back of invoice. But in reality, that's not the problem with consumers. 89% of people don't like the car buying experience. It's not because of price. It's because it's difficult to buy a car. The process shouldn't take 4 hours. Right now, the dealership model does reward the longer you stay at the dealership, the more money or the higher closing rate there is. That's like that there is a correlation, causation effect, whatever you want to call it. So make it easier to buy. Embrace online buying. People are buying online. Amazon had people Amazon's a premium example. When you went to go buy things at Amazon, people were adding things to their cart and then not ever buying those items. So what did Amazon do? They just made a one click. So you can click one click, buy it, and their actually closing rates skyrocketed.
Wow.
So something as simple as that, again, it's going to put car salespeople out of business. Maybe car sales, not out of business. Sorry, but it's going to make
We were gonna send it back.
making a car. We have to find a way to make car buying better. It's the second biggest purchase of your life.
All right, so I lied. I have another question. So Amazon Hyundai deal. What do you think of that?
It's a glorified.
Yeah.
It's
They
yeah.
haven't even sold a car
It's a
yet.
third-party site, yeah.
It's
third-party
literally
advertising.
just
That's how
buying.
it is.
All you're doing is sending it's the same thing as like people are like, oh, go to Costco. It's the best thing ever. All it is a glorified lead gen that's going to send you there, and then the dealership controls everything.
Well, and the thing about it is funny is everybody thinks that means car dealers are going to be out. Like, oh, dealers are going to be gone. When they don't understand that Amazon has already clearance to make, dealers are still involved in that transaction.
Yeah.
A dealer still gets the gross on that transaction. It just came from Amazon as a lead source. So everybody wants car dealers to go out of business, but I can assure you,
We're not
that's
going
never
anywhere.
gonna happen.
That's right.
We're not leaving. Not leaving.
Jordan Belfort moment right here.
All right, so a few more minutes left. Do you guys have any questions for each other? I'm curious, kind of what's on your minds.
Who invited Tommy?
To be fair, I'm still
Come on.
confused. I got a TikTok made from Mormon from you guys, and I was like, and then you actually no, it was you, liar.
It was Russ.
Russ called me. He wanted me to go to the last event, and I was like, I can't do it. And then he wanted me to go to this event, and he kept asking. And then Roman made a video because I felt bad because I've used
That's
you guys
true.
in 3 videos.
You used us,
and-
you abused us, you put away wet.
Hey, all 3 great videos, all over 1 million views, all
But
3
neither
negotiations.
one of them sold a car, Tommy.
I talked
yeah.
about this before. Reviews are not car deals.
Wait. But
No,
to
they're
talk
not.
about the power of social media, because of that whole situation, and we're talking about the one with the Toyota dealership. I won't use their name, but
Just say it.
No, I won't. But
Come on, you can throw them out.
But because of all this happened, you guys ended up selling that car anyway. You guys were just there in the moment, somebody calling, figuring it out. And I didn't do that deal, but a customer ended up calling you guys from my live saying, hey, I want that car deal if he's not
You're
taking
making me
it.
feel a little better, but still, I guess
But-
we're
so-
good now. You showed up.
The power of social media is just crazy, and that happens all the time. I will tell you one of the biggest things that happens in my chat right now when I go live and negotiate. Car salesmen have learned that everybody in there is either a salesperson or a buyer, and they're serious buyers. So they just go in there and hunt people down, and they're just like, oh, hey, I have that car, and then they try to sell it. I've had somebody sell 7 cars in my chat in a 6-hour time. He was a Honda salesman. He was just every Honda sale he was on, and he sold 7 cars. It was insane. So
I look at Tommy. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
My bad. So Does everyone love selling cars? Why? And then how long do you plan to be in like selling cars or in the car business? Is this like a life thing
question.
for you?
Love that.
You know?
Yeah, so I'm addicted to the car business. I mean, I'm just a junkie. I love it. I don't really, thanks to social media and some other things, I don't really have to do this anymore. Like, go to a dealership every single day. I do it because literally I wake up in the morning and the first thing I think about is, how can I make a car deal today? How can I take care of a salesperson today? How can I help run the business? So, I mean, for me, it's just, I got into it young and it's just in my blood. And I mean, you're not going to, like right now, I'm sitting here, there's a sales tower over there. All I want to do is get away from you guys and go work a car deal. And I say that with love.
Just don't fire our guys when they ask for day off.
Yeah.
Here's how you know. Here's my proof that I know you're an old-time car guy.
Yeah.
You're the only one with a pen in your hand this entire time.
The whole time.
Think about it.
The whole time. Just getting ready to sign.
He's ready.
Bring me an offer. Don't bring me an offer. No,
I work at a paperless dealership.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so I'll probably be in a dealership, at least for a couple more years or whatever. But I'm still always going to be around the business.
Right. Nice.
I sold cars before. I still love selling cars. I think Trey made the comment to me. It's like, no matter what position you're in an auto group, like you're always a car salesman, right?
Sure.
And I love it. So I'm in fixed operations now as a director, but I still love working car deals. Like, especially when people come in and they're like, "Hey, I was trying to get you out of this car. Like, this one's been nothing but problems. Like, let's work a deal." I worked one last week with a body shop customer. Like, just got my juices flowing again. So it was fun. But
You specialize in special finance.
special finance is my thing. I had a
There you go.
spreadsheet. I did all this stuff. Yeah, it was good. So that was back when we
type of
could
guy.
steal from the other lots.
I'm gonna need you.
I could probably share it with you.
Yep, I'm hooked. I'm in it. So it's an easy answer.
Yeah.
My name's Russ Flips Whips. I will always be flipping whips.
Whoa! You heard it here first.
Wow. That's like a slogan or something.
Tommy's always been in the car business.
Yeah. I
You're
want
not even in the car. What are you talking about?
So I will say that's the one thing I think we all can relate on is that when I was in finance, I felt like I lost that a little bit. Where I was helping people get in the cars, but I didn't really have the connection to selling the car. And I think once you sell a car, I remember when I joined the car industry, I did it as like a stopgap job. I was a manager at a cell phone. I ended up leaving that job. I'm like, I just need to do something, so I'll sell cars for a few months. And I sold my first car, and it was like the biggest high that you'll ever have. And now I get to do that with a large customer base. We do 100 plus clients a month. And it's just such a cool thing to be able to sell a car again, get people to enjoy car buying again. But yeah, I'm in for life.
It's cool.
Nice.
Anybody else?
Is this the biggest Honda dealership you've ever seen?
I haven't got a tour yet.
I know.
They literally took me here
right,
and said, content, let's go.
So then the real question is, does size matter?
That's how you use it.
It's how you use it.
Yeah, right.
How you use it.
Well, and with that, we should probably go get a tour. So shout out the TikTok handles, whatever you want to shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out Russ Flips Whips.
What is this camera?
Javon Banks.
Go for real 216.
Oh, wait, what was this one? Oh, delivered. Boom.
Dealer play guy.
No. Driving Relationships Podcast.
Oh, Driving Relationships Podcast.
Yeah.